just the impact that Taylor Swift is having. It's the most watched Super Bowl of all time. Like, what are your initial thoughts on just kind of the numbers that the Super Bowl pulled? And even last year, like, that was the biggest Super Bowl ever, and it literally cleared it.
I mean, you're talking about a whole completely different target demographic in terms of what Taylor Swift brings to ratings. I mean, you're talking about, what would you say, Jackson, is the target audience for?
Well, people who don't watch football, like people who watch like The Bachelor, you know, like those kind of people who are watching like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, we're being exposed to an audience that has never been seen before. And honestly, like, I'll go on a limb and say this, like, I think Taylor Swift could possibly, like, single-handedly could make the game of football a global game just on her own. Like,
it's already global.
Yeah, but it's going to be even more global because Taylor Swift is a global figure. Everyone knows who she is. I mean, before the Super Bowl, she was doing a concert in Japan, you know? So, I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to be tuning into football. And, like, we'll get into this a little bit, but Brazil is having a football game next year, which we can kind of elaborate a little bit into that. But Taylor Swift literally, in the AFC Championship game, wore a friendship bracelet by the company of Wove, and their sales went up 470%. And it was the most watched AFC Championship game of all time. 55 million viewers. That's insane. Like,
what's about revenue?
She's not even on the field. She's not even on the field. You talk about revenue. She's brought in like $330 million for the NFL this year. $330 million.
It's
like,
it's been a good. I think the NFL definitely benefited from having her around, and obviously TV ratings. But I think the biggest takeaway here is that you grabbed an audience that you had no business grabbing, like no business, and Taylor Swift brought in that audience. And I mean, yeah, I'm not one of those guys that's gonna hate on her. I'm not the person that's watching the game and going, oh, you know, Taylor Swift. It's like, dude, who cares, man? Like, who absolutely cares? You get shots like that all the time in Laker games when you see Jack Nicholson and you see.
Yeah, you want to see the celebrities. I mean, throughout the whole like Super Bowl, I mean, they're showing off celebrities. Like Ice Spice was in the booth with Taylor Swift. Like LeBron was there. Jay-Z, Beyonce. Like they do that. Yeah, they do that for those big games. But
they're always doing that though. This isn't the first time that any sports broadcast has done that. People are mad now.
It's just that she goes to 13 NFL games. Like she goes to like most of the games. Like that's the only reason people were upset, because they're showing her too much on TV, which, like, I mean, how can you blame them? I mean, Travis Kelce, like, and her are together, and of course when Kelce scores a touchdown, like, they're gonna pan it to her. Like that's the reaction that everyone, you know, they want to see, like, oh, how's she reacting to this?
It's smart TV, is it not?
It's genius TV. I mean, it's just marketing. Like the NFL right now is on a trajectory to where I'm not gonna say, like, I was looking at this, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like, you know, become soccer right away, because it just won't. Like viewership wise, I'm just talking about viewership wise strictly. I'm not getting into like the sports and everything like that. But like, what, 4 billion people watch the World Cup, and what, this year, like 200 million across all platforms watch the Super Bowl this year. I mean, when you look at that number, like, it's a wide gap. And obviously the NFL is football, but most countries don't even have a football team. And with Taylor Swift just here, I mean, she has like 200 million followers on Instagram, like alone. Like, you just look at her Instagram following, that's the amount of viewers that the Super Bowl had.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my heart up on